This is August 3rd, 2022. We're at Petersfield Park in Sydney, and we're just about to enter onto the trails. We should follow the line along Crawley's Creek, McLennan Creek, and Amelia Point. Birdhouse. Sit down and rest a bit. Alright, we're at a crossroads. And we shall follow Crawley Creek. A lot of trails coming in and through this park. A little bit of history down here. Another bench in case you get tired, but we shall keep going. I'll take a walk down a little beach here. And out there we have the Canadian Coast Guard College. Makes for a pretty picture. We have another odd-shaped tree, birdhouse, bird feeder. You see another trail on the other side there. Through the trees you can see the Coast Guard College. And another crossroads, but we'll keep straight. Another bench. Another pretty area. We can better see the Coast Guard College here. Guys out on the boat. And continuing along our walk. Alright, coming into a little field, wild apple tree, crab apples. Petersfield Provincial Park. David Matthews Estate, 1787 to 1800. David Matthews was a former mayor of New York City, was the first known occupant of Petersfield. As mayor, he had been jailed for treasonable practices against the United States of America, including his alleged involvement in a plot to assassinate George Washington. He escaped from the United States and resigned political power in Cape Breton, become an attorney general and a member of the ruling executive council. From 1793 to 1798, Matthews also held the position of colonial administrator of Cape Breton Island. While early land grant maps confirm the existence of David Matthews' residence at Point Amelia, little is known about his actual estate. Given the wealth and status of its owner, however, the estate was probably one of the more lavish and prestigious properties in the Sydney area, and visiting dignitaries, including Prince William III, were often entertained there. Like others of his day, Matthews' social status was reflected in his extensive gardens. The remnants of those early gardens at Petersfield form a valuable part of the history and heritage of Sydney. Early in the 19th century, David Matthews' Samuel Peters' lands were acquired by another prominent Cape Breton family, the Crawleys. Thomas Crawley served as captain in the Royal Navy before emigrating to Cape Breton, where he served as a member of the Executive Council. In 1803, he was appointed Surveyor General of the island, a post he held until 1834. Thomas Crawley's estate covered 1,800 acres, and he either rebuilt or replaced David Matthews' mansion with a much larger 33-room residence. The size and location of this structure, combined with the prominence of its owner, made it one of the most prestigious houses in Cape Breton at this time. Located just south of Amelia Point, the Crawley estate was surrounded by woods, a well-kept garden, and orchard. Remnants of the Matthews Crawley gardens, including flowers, herbs, and trees introduced early in the property's history, still flourish. Another feature of the Matthew Crawley estate is a stone bath shaped like a keyhole. This and a nearby campertown elm are unique to Petersfield. A hybrid species developed in 1850. By 1899, the campertown elm was well established in Halifax public gardens. It is likely that either Crawleys or McLennans, the latter were subsequent owners, planted this unusual grafted hybrid tree. Alright, now we're getting closer to our harbor. Another trail which we'll take in a minute or so. We'll take a walk down the beach here. And here we could see Point Edward. At the time, in the last number of years, they've taken little ships in to dismantle, as you can see from the ship in the distance there. I'll just close in here. And across the harbor, you can see a ship unloading at our pier dock. A little harbor going up to the Coast Guard College. Alright, we'll continue our walk. It's definitely an interesting looking tree. Very busy area. And you can see our little city off in the distance. Lots of ferns. And right here we have an old well. Probably built around the time this estate was built. Choice, right or left? I think we'll follow it to the left. And up a hill we go. It's places like this I just love to lose myself. Time to think, time to pray, time to thank God for all that He's done for us. We got something in the middle of the road. What do we have? Ah, crow. Or a pigeon. Or a dove. Move along, little pigeon. All right then. See the main part of the Petersfield field and where the big estate once stood at the end of this little trail. And the steps to the old McLennan mansion or estate. We shall climb them. All right. And this would have been the perimeters of the house. Hey, here's some pictures of what the estate looked like in its glory days. Owned by this man here, J.S. McLennan, from 1900 to 1942. The property at Petersfield was restored by McLennan and one of the island's finest estates. Given McLennan's education and background, it is no surprise the residence he and his wife Louise erected at Petersfield was far from typical in the Sydney area. Constructed at the turn of the century, the main residence was designed by a Boston architect in the Italianate style, popular at the time for country houses. Later additions included a tower adjoining the residence, studio, caretaker's cottage, boathouse, garage, stables, grass tennis courts, and extensive gardens. I'm sure in its day this would have been a very beautiful place. Well, it still is. Kind of overcast here. Just hoping it doesn't start raining on us. we'll just take a shortcut here for a few minutes. It's called the Wildflower Garden. No flowers right now, but I'm sure when the flowers do come out, or if they had been out already, it probably would have been quite pretty. Little squirrel here. Continuing along now. Back to the parking lot, back to the car. Bit closer to the parking lot. We have a nice little picnic area, picnic tables, place to relax. And that was a tour of Petersfield Park. A little history, a little walk. Again, this was on the day of August 3rd, 2022. And I will see you all later. Have a great day.